DIY.
Okay, DIYers, as we're wrapping up 2024, I started to think about creative ways that I can really create, I guess, a highlight reel of the outrageous things that have happened this year, specifically surrounding around the Kendrick Lamar versus Drake battle. I had some ideas of taking clips from my own live streams and whatnot, didn't get a chance to do it. But just like the algorithm works, I was suggested a video here from a channel called the WRI channel. And when I tell you, this is one of the most hilarious videos I've seen in some recent time, especially when you know the context. Oh my gosh. So look, let me just say this. When you do commentary about things or people that you don't have a direct connection with all the time, or you don't have any kind of insight because you've never done, for instance, you never made music and hip hop, sometimes your takes are going to be a little bit off. I pray they're never as off as the takes that I hear here. Now, WRI made a compilation of 35 takes. I got one extra one that I wanted to put in there because it's been going viral. But these 35 takes, predominantly from Rory and Maul podcast and academics. When I tell you this is like watching your favorite movie over and over again, this feel like watching Money Talks is one of my favorite movies. Shout out to Chris Tucker. This feel like watching one of my favorite movies over and over because you just know what's getting ready to happen. With that said, let's go ahead and listen to these takes. Oh, great video by WR channel. It's in the description.
Yo, chat, how much y'all want to bet we never hear another Kendrick Lamar song mentioned another?
Yeah, we starting off heavy, huh?
That nigga gonna go ghost.
He has an album coming in May. So I don't think that we'll probably get a response until the album.
You ever just stop and watch? I don't know who you watch. You might tune into some of these individuals. You ever just stop and just be like, where you get your information from? What's up, Moni? Where you get your information from? That's why people are tapped into folks, brilliant folks like Chilling with Moni. Because if you use some common sense, it might lead you to say, maybe I shouldn't say that right now. But part of, I guess, being in that position, I have never been in those guys' position in terms of, you know, the responsibility they have, having the names they have. But damn it, it is so easy to be wrong and be so loud about it. We only at 34. Let's continue.
Kendrick can't dictate the terms of this beef, given he's Kawhi. He's a load manager. He's never showed up on time for any of his appointments.
Kendrick will respond, but it won't be the battle. It won't be like back and forth, like we thought.
I don't know how familiar these gentlemen were. Loud and wrong. Thank you, Moni. Of course. Like, what are we talking?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm
We ain't even got out the 30s yet. This is ridiculous. I'm just like, how you not know? Yeah, the buzzer's killing me too. How do you're not familiar with you're not familiar with this gentleman's work? This editing. Shout out to WRI. Let's keep going.
The song Drake drops to be lyric, it's gotta take a fine touch. It gotta be so lyrical.
No, calling him Actua claims Drake will drop a club banger diss. Mind you, this is all in April too. April, a lot of things got revealed.
But it has to be niggas gonna bump this club. Yes.
Boy,
We
boy.
plotted for a week, and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you're not concerned with the investigation.
Look. I'm fairly familiar with academics' content. I don't watch it all the time. You know, usually it finds its way on my timeline when he says something absolutely ridiculous as of late about Kendrick. I don't know if you get this feeling, but when I watch this video now, in retrospect, I feel like it I feel like he's gassing it, and I don't think he truly believes in the things that he's gassing. I'm looking into these lines, and I'm like, oh boy, they don't even know what happens in chapter 4 of this book.
I heard that might be Dave Freeze Kid. I heard it might be. I'm not saying that. I'm leaving room to be wrong.
He doubled down on it on part 6 of saying that is.
I'm still leaving room to be wrong. I could be wrong. But it's something funny there.
Ma, you gotta be careful. People sue for things like that.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
People sue for things like that. They sue for things like that. Gotta be careful. Don't want to defame anybody's name out here.
Type the first 2 lines of like that. You don't know. You probably don't know. You got to look it up, Google it. I get it. Because what Kendrick is really good at is making moments. And the moment is calling these fuck niggas out. The verse itself will not be one of them verses where you know from beginning to end.
I just wish we had a compilation video of all the shows that you saw Metro Boomin do where that song got recited without the music itself. Like, it's just all of these. How do you... I pray I don't have this many takes in my catalog. I got a lot of takes. I pray I don't have this many that are just this off. God.
I've talked to Drake and his energy, not one time, not a couple times. It's been every time. I'm ready and waiting, and he got so tired of being ready and waiting, he realized Kendrick seen pussy, he dropped first. Let's talk about it.
I wonder how he feels about this today. I wonder if he feel the same way after this display. I mean, mind you, this is not going to stop at least until June of 2025 when Kendrick and SZA make their way up to that Toronto date. So, haven't had the Super Bowl or the Grammys yet, but let's continue.
It's fake information that he fed this dude. I fed you that and you fell for it.
Have we noticed how that narrative has stopped? Have we noticed how that narrative has stopped? Have we noticed how strategically that narrative has left the room? Cause you know what I haven't heard anybody bring up. If I'm the attorney on the other side of this petition or lawsuit, a part of me is going to say, wait a minute. UMG's defaming what? You fed the information, right? This is what your PR or your supporters in high position said. It's gone. It's gone. What happened to the I fed the information? Now everybody is fight the man, fight UMG. What happened to that narrative? Let's continue.
Hey, by the way, chat, LeBron James, he's picking a side. He put up the fire emojis with the OVO owl right next to it. He's on Twitter.
Oh, not the fast forward button. No. WRI, not the fast forward button.
I gotta figure out what the issue with LeBron and Drake is.
Hey, is Aka Gemini? I be wondering. Because when he's excited and hot about a take, damn it, he's loud. He is wrong as he could ever be. Everybody shut up. I am so right. I got the hen dog on point. He's a Taurus. I promise you. He be so loud when he wrong. But then he gets into reporter act voice and he's like, I need to figure out what's going on between LeBron and Drake. I wasn't wrong. I need to figure it out because obviously I have a connection to Drake. It's just, have you noticed the switch up? I hope we see more of that in this video. Great compilation.
Because no one can tell me that LeBron isn't secretly enjoying the fact.
He turns into a grade A journalist when he got a moonwalk back. That's crazy.
There's like a new Drake diss that's ain't even got released yet, but yo, Drake might cook up an album full of disses, and we haven't heard one peep out of Kendrick yet. Here we go.
If I recall, shout out my guy Justin from the company, man. This video's hilarious. I should be in tears by now, but I've seen it already. If I recall, Justin said that this compilation of disses that we got back from Kendrick, he calls it the I Hate Drake mixtape. Oh, we got an album. We got another album after that too called GNX. But I'll let you continue.
You could tell it was a frustrated Drake because he tired of Kendrick double dutching, backpedaling, doing duck duck goose, you know what I mean, all pun intended, and basically acting like he really wants smoke with the Six God, but kind of like disappearing.
Drake is smashing this nigga, man. He's punishing this nigga. He's out rapping this nigga. It's not even close. The music is way better. The visual is way better. I fed you fake shit.
So let's recall this. There was only 2 visuals this entire battle, and one of those came after this. So he said the visuals are better. Well, that's easy to be better when you have a Family Matters video compared to Kendrick, who was just releasing audio, sometimes directly to social media first. What visuals are we talking about? See, I hope that you're catching that there's a pattern happening here that compilations can only capture. There's a pattern happening here, and it's continuously going down that same road now as people try to rewrite history. I'm listening to people, shout out to that Shakespearean Shakedown video that Justin just did, and he kind of captured in a moment of how many people are jumping to, hey, you know what? Family Matters actually aged really, really well. And you go back to it, man, it might be the best record. Okay. Just don't forget, when the cameras is on, somebody recording.
Drake dropped this shit immediately. Fuck waiting for Kendrick. That nigga gonna take 2 years. Drop it on his ass. Let's get that nigga out of here. By the time he drops, we just gonna laugh at this nigga, man.
How you gonna use this strategy against him? Is he coaching Drake or is he coaching Kendrick after Family Matters drop? Does it sound like... Okay.
Drake might have to just act like he's battling himself. This nigga Kendrick, we don't know what he does. Is he even in the United States? Could anybody confirm that Kendrick has even heard the song, bro? This nigga might be hiking up a mountain, nigga, with no reception on his cell phone game.
Now, to his credit, I understand that part of the success of his platform is how entertaining he is. And I'm sure to his audience, at this time, we have no context. They have no idea what's about to happen. None of us do. I remember at this part during the battle, I was like, all right, man, like I know Kendrick about to do a master class, but some time is passing by right now. And I'm hoping that it happens soon. Can you imagine showing this to somebody who had no idea how the battle happened? At this point, you would think that the odds were stacked up against Kendrick in a very unfair way. We're just talking about 2 people right now, but add this plus some of the YouTube coverage, add this plus some of the Twitter coverage. It's just interesting to see, to look back from this lens, isn't it?
This nigga, like, you know, you walking with one of them little walking sticks from Equalize.
I don't think that he thought that a full record from Drake was coming his way. I think he thought that there would obviously be some bars on another record, a song somewhere. I don't think that he thought that this would turn into a full beef.
What does this nigga talk about?
It's amazing. You are 100% wrong.
I hope you just keep this in mind. As you start to, especially those of you that plan on getting into this space and reacting and reporting news, be careful who you get your information from. Because once again, he ain't loud, but his wrongness, oh, that ain't a word, is just as damn loud. That's insane.
Has he heard the record? Has he heard that Drake responded? Is he near a studio? We don't even know what the fuck this nigga's doing. Yo, did y'all see Drake, man? Drake is so slick and so shrewd.
Nah, that's giving paid off, man. Allegedly. That's giving paid off right there. That is giving paid off. That is terrible. All this chaos is caused by one of the quietest rappers we've ever heard. Outside of music. One of the most to himself rappers is causing so much chaos. This is hilarious.
I've only seen somebody who looks very comfortable, if anything, he looks anxious.
You're wrong, and you're a grotesquely ugly freak.
Hey, shout out to WRI channel. Oh my gosh, link in the description.
See somebody who has the most supreme confidence. I'm telling you, I would like any hint of, yo, I don't know, like this guy might got, no, none of that. It's like, yo, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Like, excited.
Listen to me. You're wrong. And if you don't get it, I feel sorry for you.
I fed you fake shit and you ran with it. You thought I had an 11-year-old daughter. You're a clown. You digging for dirt. You should be digging for proof. He gave you everything.
I was just trying to get to this.
He gave you the
long-winded. Waiting.
Man, all this research I be doing, all the double checking I do on my information. You telling me if I just get famous enough, I can be wrong all the time and nobody gonna call me out, and then eventually people gonna forget? Because that's exactly what happened in this situation right here. You mean to tell me, as long as I'm famous, as long as I got You know what I'm saying? An audience. I can be wrong as I want to be. And then if I just stop talking about it, people forget. And everything is cool. And I still have my credibility. Ain't no way in hell I could take any take from either of these serious after something like this. Come on, man.
We don't know what Kendrick doing. We didn't know the nigga had a pulse. I told you the nigga might be on a hiking trip. Got no Wi-Fi or some shit.
Oh boy.
This is what I keep trying to tell y'all, man. It's clear to me that Drake wants, he wants this back and forth. It's clear that Drake has been waiting for this, and it's clear that Drake is welcoming all the smoke with.
Now, I will say this: there was some angst I think everybody felt who were invested into this battle and where it was going to go next when it went silent for some time. There was some angst. So I think some of this is attributed to some of that anxiety of, I don't know what's going to happen next, and I have to create content, and the content that I'm doing currently around it is doing so well. But once again, I hope that this shows people that sometimes it pays to just shut the hell up until you get more details. That's just me, though.
This the Drake I wanted to hear, y'all.
We don't believe you, Ack. We don't believe you.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Imagine gassing the Heart Part 6 before knowing the Heart Part 6 real version was going to come out some time later this year.
This the Drake I wanted to hear, y'all. Hold up, let's run it back. The Hard Part 6. Aubrey's back.
He sound like a DJ on his last day.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
He sound like a DJ that getting a paycheck and he like, this only my last day here, man. Let's just do it one more time, man. Get the people going, get everybody hyped up. You know what I'm saying? I got to, kind of pull myself together. I'm ready for retirement. This sound like I got to get myself geeked up in order for everybody to get excited. He didn't believe in this shit. Because this, mind you, this is after Not Like Us came out. Ain't no way in hell you heard this and was like, oh, man, that's the kind of response we need out here. No confidence. Thank you, Chilla Bamoni. No confidence in his voice, just like Aubrey. They were all so defeated. I love it. I love it. What Dwayne Wade say? I love it.
Aubrey is back. Let's go.
I'm sorry. One more time.
Yo, chat.
My bad. Let's go back. Oh my gosh. It's the let's go at the end that was the least believable.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
You put your hands on your girl. She's been engaged for years. You're not married yet. You living in New York. She's not.
I just don't understand hip-hop commentary sometimes, especially from quote-unquote trusted outlets and podcasts, to speak that loudly about somebody's personal life and personal matters that you have no proof of anything, because your fandom is so powerful, your fandom is so strong that you will even echo the lies that you haven't confirmed yourself. Yelling that loud is crazy. If anybody, like I said, has a case for defamation, it would absolutely be on the side of a Kendrick, but you don't see folks taking it to the courthouse. Unless it's Compton Courthouse and we talking about the Not Like Us video. Oh boy.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Shall we continue?
I don't think in 6 months Kendrick will be doing a goddamn thing. That nigga will be somewhere on the Himalayan mountains, just like.
Look at that date. Somebody please look at that date. You probably can barely see it. Look at that date. Look at that date. Somebody look at that date. That thing say June 24th. 6 months from then would be what? December? We didn't got an album called GNX. We didn't got the Super Bowl announcement. We didn't got all of these, we didn't got Grammy nominations that have popped up. It's been a lot of activity. We got a tour that's been announced. They be so sure about shit they don't got no idea about. What are y'all talking about?
Chilling, doing some type of hike.
Oh, boy.
You're telling me that the Heart Part 6 is also better than everything that Kendrick put out. You're telling me that with a straight ass face.
I think it's better than Meet the Grams and 616 in LA.
I expect Drake to have a top 20 song,
oh boy,
which I believe should be It's Up.
I don't give a damn about no chart positioning, but that song wasn't the top 18 according to that prediction. It was a 28. What are the predictions we got?
And then I believe these other songs should be at least in the top 60.
Oh, Lord, he needs some milk. Oh, no. And shout out to Moni, who's in the building, because Moni covers so much of this stuff and made sure that she kept her neck, her foot on the neck of folks who were not understanding the repercussions for taking such a risk as Aubrey took by jumping into this battle the way that he did. The risk that so many people with platforms took by jumping into this battle and not relying upon truth, not leaning on truth. You got to lean on truth. I don't care who's involved. So shout out to Moni because she's continuing to do that. And yeah, I just love to see it. I don't always be on Twitter, but when I be on Twitter and I see it, she didn't go viral for saying something else. I love it. Man, this is a great video. Shout out to WRI.
We gonna have to be honest about this goddamn song. This damn song is underwhelming to what I thought. When niggas told me the Boogeyman, I was expecting Ether Part 3. I was expecting
you are lying, bro.
Nigga, I was.
Mind you, I hope you need to get ready for this one. This is academics talking about when Euphoria drop, because they got to downplay. That's part of the, that's part of the chatter on both sides. You got to downplay what's happening. I was a part of that. But, geez Louise, this is what he's saying about Euphoria. Wait until you get this one.
Expecting some hit 'em up Ether type shit, my nigga. What are you talking about? What?
6 months later. 6 months later.
I did show it. Nah, Not Like Us is my number one. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Oh, shit, I can't breathe. So, I kind of caught a little bit of this. I had to do some more research and deep diving. This was academics during the stream sharing his top songs from Spotify. His DSP of choice. He shared his top songs. In his top songs, he has Kendrick Lamar at number one at Not Like Us. No surprise, right? Maybe for him. Not surprise. Has a song called Bent, and the third song is the song that he said was not quite the knockout punch he thought it would be. Euphoria. Oh, boy.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Well, to his credit, maybe he feels like as a battle song, it wasn't strong. I don't even get that logic. I'm just making shit up. But with that said, I'd like to see him explain this.
Not Like Us, Bent, Euphoria, Family Matters, and Push-Ups. I don't even know how it was number one. Euphoria.
It's because you played it the most. It's because you played it the most.
I bumped. If anything was going to be number one, it would be Euphoria. I bumped Euphoria. I'm going to be honest with you.
The rage bait has run amok. Oh man, he says if anything, I played the song that I said wasn't worthy of a knockout punch. That's the song I play the most. Do they forget that video lasts forever?
Dude, Euphoria is the best song in the battle. Euphoria is fire.
Euphoria is the best song of the battle. This is my favorite part of the movie. Hold on, let me show y'all this one more time.
I think what's gonna be number one would be Euphoria. I bumped Euphoria. I'm gonna be honest with you. Euphoria is the best song in the battle. Euphoria is fire though. Euphoria is fire.
It's like he said it and he remembered his take immediately. He was like, they ain't gonna remember that shit. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Oh man. Not y'all mad because y'all agreeing with that.
Shame on you.
Is that affecting his brand that a pedo anthem is playing in the NBA playoffs?
No,
tennis players are walking out to it.
I don't think it's hurting Drake's brand. I think that it may feel like that and it may look like that, but I think ultimately once this settles, I think it's gonna hurt Kendrick's brand more.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. I don't care how biased or how, you got to understand how terrible of a hit this has been to Kendrick's career. Having all the songs on GNX stay in the charts as long as they did, getting a Super Bowl all by yourself, Pretty sure he wants, like, you know, some of his friends there, all by himself, headlining. Who wants that shit? Getting nominated for all these categories in the Grammys. Who wants that shit? All that attention, man. All that. His brand is tarnished beyond repair. What is what is Kendrick ever going to do? This is my favorite movie. It's not even a movie. It's only 9 minutes.
Are you crazy?
I don't think Kendrick's cooking up. It don't take him 3-4 weeks to I think that's over. It don't take 3 or 4 weeks.
Even hearing OGs, and I know he has been catching hell this last few weeks, rightfully so, Fat Joe. Even watching the OGs who have been around for eras and have seen things play out, you would think that with time comes wisdom. You would think with time comes wisdom, and you look at this and you say, nah, let this play out. Let this play out. This is a new environment. I've seen Jay-Z versus Nas. Let this play out. Let this play out. Let it play out. You never know what he got planned. But to make such a bold statement of, nah, he ain't got nothing, Kendrick ain't about to drop nothing, is a crazy statement. What do these folks know? What do they know? I need y'all to start asking these questions. When you see these takes that piss you off, be like, what you know? What you know? Oh, you know as much as I do? Okay.
This the new thing. Drake and 5. Drake and 5, people. Drake and 5. Remember, I told you that. Drake and 5.
If this song is on the album, which most
not Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas, in his time, absolutely was one of the biggest stars in the NBA. His podcast has been doing supremely well, and he usually has really great NBA takes, in my opinion. But you know, hey, when you got your preference and it lands you to a take like this, you got to answer to it. This was in June 20th. Oh boy.
If this song is on the album, which most likely is gonna be on the album, if he take this song off the album, what does the album do?
Oh no. Anybody got the track listing for GNX handy? Any of y'all got the track listing for GNX on you? Hey, quick question. It's Not Like Us on there? Oh, it's not? Okay. Let's rewind real quick. I need to see this. Hold on. Does it talk about it here? No, it doesn't talk about it here. But yeah, oh my gosh. Let's continue. We'll expand upon that.
None of these niggas up here got a feature with Kendrick. And we
boy.
don't think they will ever get a feature with Kendrick.
Shit getting crazy, stirred, spooky, hilarious.
It's crazy because that button doesn't exist unless an LA artist gets a feature. This got debunked with the GNX features, of course.
He won't hop on a remix. He won't hop on nothing. He don't have a radio station playing their song. He not doing none of that.
Big Lane said, peekaboo.
You really gonna get me in trouble? I felt your breasts and all. This was all after she said she was 17.
I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breasts feel against my chest and stuff. I just want to thank you.
Is that just a mistake or is that a red flag?
I'm going to go on the side of a mistake.
Oh, boy.
You on drugs? Are you fucking on drugs?
Yeah, it's problematic because, I mean, do we have to even revisit that? Because it's such a creepy thing to talk about, such a creepy coverage of things. But he finds out the girl is the age that she is and then still proceeds to make the comments he made about her chest, still makes the comments that he made about why you look like that and all these things. And it just becomes like, you know, usually when you make a bad decision in the moment in front of people, you kind of just like stop yourself and put the brakes on. Once you start doing that, it starts to be like, what's up with your character? What you on, bro? Like, what you To do that in front of a room full of people is crazy. But like I said, that's an older story that is just going to forever be creepy in the memories of my brain. But that is insane.
I would never like it.
Hey, shout out to WRI channel. Oh, that was insane. Okay, before we let that momentum drop, we got to cover this one. We have to cover this one, ladies and gentlemen. So this is another video, another take that has been going viral as of late. And I don't think we have enough time to truly cover all of the most insane takes. I think there's still more takes from other people that were just as insane. They just didn't make it to that list. With that said, though, there's a gentleman here, I think, that goes by Official Suave. And from what I gather, the videos that I've seen from him, he's, he's a Drake fan. Fine. That is completely fine. You support and you like what you like. That's not the problem. I want you to listen to this statement because this is the point that we've gotten to now. After the undeniable success of GNX, the undeniable success of Kendrick, and it's just, indisputable who won this battle. It's not even close about who won this battle because we're still talking about, at least the fans of Drake are still talking about repairing or protecting. You don't protect something you feel like is not falling apart. With that said, listen to this take. I'm going to call this 36 worst take of the year.
No, it just seemed like Brody just trying to get in that pocket. It just seemed like Brody just trying to get in that pocket. Trying to get in, like, he kind of getting that Drake. He's trying to get in that Drake lane where he's trying to be an all-around artist, which it ain't really working. Because, like, you're trying to make songs for the ladies. You're trying to make songs for the woman. And I get that. But a lot of artists can't do that because you don't got the recipe. Drake got the recipe for that shit.
So my first question to him is, when you say he can't make songs for the women, are you giving that perspective from the perspective of a woman? You mansplaining out here, brother? How you know what's effective in the communication of women unless you are a woman yourself? All right, we already starting off hot. Come on.
I'm going to talk to this woman's soul. I'm going to tell her what she needs to hear instead of what she want to hear. I'm not going to get on the song and say, you dealing with niggas that's thinking they cuter than you. No, I ain't finna talk to you. I'm not finna do that. And I'm relatable. I'm relatable to a lot of men that deal with women. I can't relate to Kendrick.
What kind of men? What kind of men? What kind of men are we talking about? What kind of men?
Especially on the women's side. What you gonna tell me about a woman when you been with the same woman, which is beautiful, but you still haven't married her?
What you gonna tell me about? What is the logic going on here? What are you gonna tell me about a woman and you've been with the same woman for as long as you have? Loyalty. Maybe that's one thing. I don't know. How to keep a good woman, a great woman in your life. How to choose a great partner to be the mother of your child. I mean, if we're gonna get into these kind of conversations, that's probably the person I'd want to talk to. Unless you plan on, being freaky the rest of your life, 6ix9ine Gods. Is that what you plan on doing? Is that what you aspire to be? If that's what you want to be for the rest of your life, that's on you. But this is a weird take.
You been with the same woman for over 15 years and haven't married her. And her depressed ass keep shaving her hair and sitting.
So the fact that you interpret a woman shaving her hair as depression is showing you have a great understanding of women, man. Hey, bro, you on the right track. Drake has been teaching you well. That's the only explanation for her wanting to shave her head. She's depressed. Whoa.
Not long ass paragraphs on Instagram without a picture in sight of you.
So he attributes long ass paragraphs on Instagram not to being articulate, not to being descriptive, not to being someone who likes to write. And shaving your head, that's depression because he knows women so well. Who is the professor you're studying from? Is it Dracarius? Is it Mr. Aubrey that you learning from? Is it Professor Aubrey? This is what he been teaching you about women? You might want to check your sources.
What you gonna tell me about women? I can't relate to you, nigga. And I heard you cheat on her with white women. Like, what relatable content, what relatable messages you gonna send out to men when they listening to the lady song? Nothing. Drake gonna make sure he's relatable to the men. The ladies gonna love this song because I am telling them what they want to hear. I'm telling
them what they want to hear. so that I can achieve some level of success and influence and manipulation over them. That sounds like a master manipulator. Are we once again quoting lyrics accidentally?
Feel like some ladies love hearing, like, I'm putting the mirror to your face. That's his music. I'm putting this mirror to this lady's face, but I'm saying it where I'm hitting her soul. And I'm expressing my feelings. A lot of artists can't do that. Not just Kendrick. A lot of artists can't do that.
Wow. You know, it's interesting hearing that because, you know, I ask myself, you know, what do I find so relatable with Kendrick's music? I think, first of all, him telling the story of being the good kid in a mad city, I think is the first relatable thing. I think that him and the way that he story tells, the way that he describes situations, the way that he paints a cinematic vision of what it's like to live out here on the West Coast, I think is already such a brilliant thing that's absolutely relatable. Here's something else too, and this is where I kind of draw the line, not because of Kendrick, but for any rapper. If you as a man are relying upon any rapper to be unless that's your father, are looking at a rapper to be what your measurement of what an elite man looks like, when most of these rappers are signed to other people that they have to answer to, when most of these rappers are, they have folks who have more control over what they do and what they don't do than themselves, you got to question some things. When you look at some of the activity of some of the rappers that are out here, you might be in a place where there's other places to look at. There's other places to search for examples of how to be a man. That's the first thing. Now, I do think that it's really unique with Kendrick because I feel like he puts his morals, he puts, he was watching this video with the Shakespearean Shakedown with Justin. He was talking about how he wanted to still retain a level of underground while still finding success in this space. And I think he's maneuvered that really well. I think that he spoke on things that would have him be an outlier in a lot of times when it wasn't popular to do so, and he continued to push that forward. The way that he has ushered back in the sound of the West Coast and has highlighted so many artists that otherwise would have been called too local, too regional, I think is commendable. I think the way that he handled himself in his battle in the midst of going through some kind of confrontation to not just call somebody out their name, right? A lot of things got said, but I didn't see the amount of anger that I saw on the whacked out murals nearly in the battle. I saw somebody piece by piece breaking down the character and the shortcomings of an individual that has no self-awareness. And that is something that I looked at as a man and I said, you know what, that's the way that you can handle yourself in confrontation. But I think it's kind of a weird thing to put yourself in when you're allowing the rappers to dictate what that bar is. Can I go ahead and refer your attention to this video by FD Signifier? Man, somebody that I've been consuming the videos of and is a brilliant mind. He breaks something down that I think tears his whole argument in this TikTok down. Listen to what he says. Let me refresh your memory. It's a video called I'm What the Culture Feeling. Let me go ahead and play this one real quick. And make sure you hit that like button if you've been in here and you've been enjoying the content. Thank you.
I'm just going to be honest. If Drake is your favorite rapper, you're probably a loser.
Damn.
Or at least like the most boring person that any of your friends know.
Jeez.
And also possibly shitty and into underage girls and just like weirdo shit, just keeping it real. If that's your favorite rapper, not like you like some Drake songs, not like he goes off in the club, but if you like connect with Drake, if he inspires you, you probably suck.
God.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
FD, anything else?
Yeah, we're done with the history part of the video. Drake makes vapid, disposable music about not having any real friends and feeling like he can't trust anyone, not being in good relationships, chasing toxic women, doing drugs, and not in a cool, yeah, we getting high way, but in a let me numb the pain way. That's basically all of his last 4 albums in a nutshell. And I'm not saying that he doesn't make that sound entertaining or at least catchy. I'm just saying, if this is your favorite music, your favorite, you probably think
Shout out to FD.
Transformers is like an amazing movie. You probably think Vanilla Ice Cream is spicy.
Damn. Yeah. Such an awesome take. Oh my goodness. I hope that this sets a standard moving forward, especially when it comes to the content that you consume, and I hope that that includes myself. You gotta hold these folks' feet to the fire. You gotta make sure that you add pressure to some of these takes. If somebody has the inability to say, you know what, I was dead wrong about that take. You know what, I was so wrong about that. I let my fandom blind me. I think that is a lot of folks in this space who look at that as a weakness when you put yourself in a position where you're apologizing, or you put yourself in a position, and I mean, who can blame some of them if the way that they treated J. Cole for apologizing, kind of is a sign of that, even though we know that there's some arguable things there, especially because he threw his punches and then apologized. But they look at it as a weakness, and I'm like, you would be so much more credible, and I wonder how much they even care about credibility at this point. You'd be so much more credible if you just said, hey, you know what, I got that one wrong. It kind of comes with the territory. But to act like it never existed, and then to pop up with your top stream songs in the academics and have the top 3, not include the guy that you've been caping for all year, but the one that you've been damn near defaming the entire year, it's an interesting turn of events. DIYers, those were some of the worst takes of this year. Those are my thoughts. You let me know what you were thinking. Golly. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Don't be greedy. Peace.